What's good, everybody? How you doing? Hope you're enjoying Tuesday. Say Tuesday, today's Tuesday, right?
Yes.
I never know what day it is, especially on a Tuesday. I never know what Tuesday it is. But before we get into what day it is and my guest and whatnot, we have to give some love and respect out to the sponsors. If not for the sponsors, this podcast isn't possible. Shout out to Eddie Alsheimer over at EJA Moving Services, the professional movers when you're ready to move your office, your gym equipment, your studio, your family, your college student off to college, whatever it is, EJA Moving can do all that work for you. EJAMoving.com, 315-335-0516. Shout out to Joey's at 307. It's 307 Mohawk Street. They've got probably the best seafood dishes in all of upstate New York. I said it, all of upstate New York, not just Utica, not just Syracuse, all of upstate New York. They got a revolving dinner menu. They offer catering. And if you want to get a table, you got to call them right now because they're booked up pretty solid. It's 315-864-3527. And now serving alcohol, too. So check them out. Joey's at 307 on Mohawk Street. Shout out to my good friends at Utica Coffee, wakethehellup.com. I'm drinking Mexican organic. Woof. And I feel like Speedy Gonzalez today, let me tell you. That's for damn sure. Wakethehellup.com. You can find them online. Shout out to my attorney, Dave Longaretta. 315-735-6162 is the hotline that you can use if you need some legal advice. Thank you to Shamanic Brewery. Thank you to Billy the Liquor Guy. Under Too Long is a book you can read off of Amazon or wherever you get your books. It's about an undercover agents infiltrating the bad guys. It's a great book. Lots and lots of action. Amazon.com, Billy the Liquor Guy. And shout out to Ballsy, ballwash.com. Use promo code members only. Get some hygiene for your groin area. Yeah, that's what we do. Take care of your groin area on ECU Radio. Shout out to Bob Aquaviva today because Bob gave me a CD yesterday. Well, it wasn't a CD because I don't actually have a CD player anymore. Does anybody have a CD player anymore? Jackie, do you?
I do at home.
You do?
Yeah.
I don't even own a CD player anymore.
I just traded my car and there isn't one in it.
There's no more cars with CD players in it unless it's like back from 1998 and prior to that. But anyway, shout out to Bob because he hooked me up with this CD and I listened to it on Spotify. The artist is Jacque. So I thought it was Jacque when I was reading that first. I thought I was expecting a French woman coming in. Do you have any French origins in you, Jacque?
No, unfortunately, no. Native American though.
Right on. Cool. I love it. This is a kick-ass album. It's pretty rocking. Bob recorded most of it, right?
Yes.
Oh, and you have a couple friends on here. I see Lenny Milano Jr.
Oh, yeah.
Lenny and I played in bands together.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Yeah, great drummer.
Yeah.
And also KO plays on your album, too.
Yes, he did.
Shout out Kevin Orr.
Yeah.
This is great because it reminded me of like some Stevie Nicks. You know, I had little Stevie Nicks. I heard some Wilson sisters in there.
Oh, cool. Okay.
I definitely heard a little bit of that. Some Joni Mitchell. It was kind of all over the board. There was a wide range of genres. I feel like you're an artist that takes from all her influences and molds it into your own. You
are right. Very much so. Yeah. I also had my daughter sang background vocals.
Oh, how cool is
Kayla
that?
Conroy, which was awesome. We've sang together, you know, out like at coffee houses and stuff like that. And it was just amazing to have her in the studio with me singing background vocals. Also, Dawn Aquaviva, Bob's wife, she sat in and sang background.
Wow, shout out to Dawn. Did she give you a massage while she was singing?
No. She offered, though.
She offered?
Yeah, come down to her place and check her out. She's a great person.
Nice.
Wonderful.
So this is the first time we met.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm surprised because you have been playing music in the area for a long time.
Yeah, I have been. Yeah.
So what were some of the bands you were playing with back in the day?
Let's see.
Anything I would know?
Well, I've mostly played in bands up in Syracuse. A blues and rock band called Modern Mud. I really enjoyed the blues. It's fantastic. You know, I think once I started singing with them, it was like everything, all the strength in my voice just came out there. And I found a genre I love, in addition to classic rock. But Modern Mud, and then I was doing a lot of like the Mohawk Valley Blues Society.
Oh, yeah.
I was hitting that and jamming with them. And then I have a friend of mine, and we started a little duo called Shamanic Groove. We played again down near the Oneonta, Norwich area, and a couple places up here. You know, so mostly that. And then a lot of the bands, like right now, I'm in the Double Knot Duo, which is a duo, myself and Mark Spaziani. He's in a band called the Roundhouse Rockers, and they're based in Oneonta. So they play around that Siegel County, Shenango County, mostly around that area. And so that's pretty much what I've been doing. More playing down that way, but trying to get up this way more in the Utica area. It's not always easy to get into, but I'm here and I'm going to continue to stay here and get into it.
Get into it. Let's get into it on this album.
Sure.
Writing the music, are you a lyric first person or a melody person?
You know, sometimes it comes together.
Yeah. All at once.
Sometimes it comes together. Yeah. Or sometimes I'll get the music.
Yeah.
And then the lyric will follow. A lot of times I'm driving in my car. And I have a great app that it's called Music Memos, and I just start singing and it records everything, and it actually shows the keys. So this is great, you know, so I can just grab my guitar when I get home and just...
Well, this app is new to me. Music Memos?
Music Memos, yeah.
Is it a free app? Or?
Yeah, free app. Yeah, Bob showed it to me, actually. Yeah, so, you know, it just comes. I'm really blessed. So...
Is this the first time you work with Bob?
Well, I met him because I wanted to start taking electric guitar lessons. I played acoustic since I was 9 years old, but I wanted electric guitar is a different animal. It just is. It is. So I saw him advertise on Facebook, not really advertise, but you know, he's had up on his page, you know, I'm taking students. So I'm like, me, take me, please. And so probably 4 years ago, I started taking lessons with him, and I read all about him and his musical background, his production, and all the different huge bands he's worked with, and all the bands he was in, and he's just such a fantastic musician. So I really felt honored that I could take lessons with him. But my primary instrument is my voice, and it was more like my guitar playing was to accompany my voice. But this is the first album I've ever worked on with him, and it was an amazing experience.
Is this your first album you recorded?
Yes.
Oh, it is?
Oh, yes.
Oh, wow, this is your baby, right?
Yes.
Isn't when don't you feel like you just gave birth?
Oh, my God. You know what really freaks me out is when I'm playing it, because I downloaded the music on my phone, and I'm playing it on and as I'm driving along, I'm like, that's me! That's my song! When it comes up, and you can see. It's just like, oh, my God. I'm so easily amused.
Nice. This is great. I love it. Jacque.
Yeah.
I want to get into your other endeavors that you do, because you told before we went on air, we talked about some of the things that you are busy with. Well, first, you're a speech therapist, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. And and for students.
Yes.
Like exactly what do you do in that department?
Well, mostly I work with the younger students in a K through 12 small public school, and if they have problems speaking. Like if they don't say their S's right or their R's right, then I will work with them and teach them how to do it. And yeah, it's fun.
Are you working with any refugee kids?
No.
No.
We don't have any at our school.
Okay.
At least not right now.
Right.
But it's very rewarding work. I love working with the kids, and really, I also work with preschoolers. I do that, and I have a job on the side, my own business on the side, and I get to work with the kids like age 3 through 5, and it's absolutely fun because I get to work with Play-Doh and little bubbles and stuff, you know, stuff like that. So, and it's really rewarding to see how fast they learn, and before long they're talking without a problem, and there you go.
It's got to be rewarding, though.
It's very rewarding, yeah.
Awesome. And then you rock out on the weekends.
Oh, yeah. And sometimes at nights.
And sometimes at night.
Yep. Like Mohawk Valley Blues Society. I mean, they usually have their jam on Wednesday nights.
At Piggy Pat's, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And is that tomorrow night?
Yeah. Is it
every Wednesday or?
No.
Oh, no.
I think it's
monthly?
like the second. Is it the second Wednesday? Unless they've changed it. Okay. I haven't been in a while. But yeah, it's good.
Man, what they're doing with the Blues Society is awesome.
Oh yeah, it's built up quite a bit.
Yeah. Yeah, they've got a great crew over there, and a lot of people go out and support it each and every Wednesday. Well, not every Wednesday, but every monthly, right?
Yeah,
it's a monthly thing.
Yeah. Well, there's Genesee Joe and Mark Sistai and the Sistai brothers. I mean, they're amazing. And I really think that they have been key in bringing it up and publicizing the jams and getting people to join and everything. My friend Mar and Meyer Wend, when we were in Shamanic Groove together, we would make sure we made every Wednesday night, and we had a blast. It's so much fun.
It's really just the revolving musicians, right? A bunch of people just get up on stage and
get up there and do a couple songs, and it's just so much fun. It's just so much fun to see everybody just having a good time and rocking out.
And networking, too. You're networking with other musicians. I'm sure you've made some friends along the way.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Is that how you found your band?
Well, Mark and I actually went to school together. So, and I had a gig with Marin, actually, but she ended up deciding to do jazz. So she's now in a jazz trio, and I ended up having one more gig to do, and I just thought, you know what? I'd sat in and sang with Mark's band before, and so I just I shot him a text and said, hey, I got a gig. You interested in doing it with me? And he did, and we got together, and we just we have so much fun together. He's a blast. He's a great musician, and so, we just continued. And it's so much fun. It's fun playing with him, and he's just a great person.
Do you have any gigs coming up?
Yes.
You do?
Yep, we do. We have, there's a private party that we're playing December 17th, I think it is, from 6 to 9. It's for the Herkimer County Bar Association, and it's the Waterfront Grill in Herkimer. Have you ever been there?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a beautiful place.
Great spot.
Yeah. And then the next day, actually, the next evening, Saturday the 18th, we're playing at in Richfield Springs, and I'm trying to recall the name of the place.
The Lake House?
No, not the Lake House. It's a little bar right on Main Street. I'd have to look it up. I could get my phone and look it up. It sucks to get old. I'll tell you that. But
I didn't even know there was bars in Richfield Springs.
yeah, it's a really little one, but you know what? The people there are rocking.
Yeah, good.
We had the whole bar was packed, and everybody said, "You guys got to come back. You're fantastic."
So, what kind of stuff you do on your live show? Is it a mix of originals and covers?
No, we're not doing. It's all covers.
It's all covers.
It's all covers. Yeah.
What are you covering?
You name it. We do. Well, we're different. Okay, we're different. Which you see a duo, a two-person duo. You're thinking you're going to get a lot of kumbaya and that kind of thing, And Mark is a rocker. I'm a rocker. And when we formed and we came together, it was during the COVID, right? And we couldn't find a drummer. We couldn't find a bass player. We couldn't find the other band members. Mark plays bass and he plays all the instruments, but he can't play them all at the same time, right? I play guitar and he also plays guitar. So what he had done is he has his own small music studio. And so he recorded backing tracks for the songs that we wanted to do. And he also has his one-man show, which it took him 2 years to record all his own backing tracks. So when he plays out, he has his one-man show is called Rubber Soul. He loves the Beatles, right? So when he plays out, he has his own set list, of like 60 or 70 tunes that over 2 years he recorded all the instruments except for the guitar part or the bass part. So when we play together, that's what we have. I play guitar, he'll play bass or guitar depending on what song we're playing, And then we have our drums already recorded behind us. So when you hear us, we sound like a full band, but it's just the two of us.
Nice.
So,
That's the double knot duo?
Double knot duo.
Nice. Where'd you get that name from?
I don't know. We just pulled it out. He said, think of anything. And I'm like, okay, whatever. I said, two people come together, double knot. There you go.
There you go. Boom. Knot it up.
Knot it up. That's right. Yep.
The other name of a band that you brought attention to me, was the Shamanic Duo.
Shamanic Groove.
Duo, right?
Groove, yeah.
Oh, Shamanic Groove.
Yes.
Yes, yeah. And talk about that, because that has something to do with your other side hustle, right? Would you consider that a side hustle?
The Shamanic Groove?
No, like
what?
The whole shamanic witchery.
Me
wicked.
as a shamanic witch.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I came up with the name of our band
Because of that?
because I am a shamanic witch.
Was she a shamanic witch too?
No.
No, okay.
No, she's just a friend of a shamanic witch. And I helped her out a couple times too with a little bit of advice.
So what exactly is a shamanic witch?
Well, if you're familiar at all with shamanism, okay, so when people talk about a shaman, it's usually a person who works with the natural elements, will do like meditation type work and connect with ancestors, connect with elements, will connect with the natural world to bring healing, to bring guidance to people as they need it. When I do a shamanic journey, and I belong to a national a tradition of witches, and also I have my own coven, my own group, small group. And when we've done shamanic journeys, there's drumming. So someone will use a drum, and you get like into a trance state, and the person who's drumming normally will talk and guide the people going on the meditative journey. And on that journey, you meet with ancestors, you meet with guides, and you work to get information and guidance for whatever you need or whatever people that you want to help need. So that's where the shamanism comes in. It's working with the natural elements, the natural world, to bring guidance and help and assistance into our world.
On these journeys, are you using any sort of plant medicine?
No.
Ayahuasca or any of that?
No, I'm actually sober 30 years.
Nice.
So, yeah, can't do any of that stuff.
Well, sometimes plant medicine is...
Some people do.
In the ceremonies and whatnot. Yeah.
Yes, for Native Americans, you know, that's something they consider sacred. It's a sacred plants that use them to cross over, to go to wherever they go. For me, I go into what they call the world tree, and that's where I connect with ancestors and spirit guides. And yeah, but I don't need the medication.
Is it? Is this a service that you provide? Is it something like open to the public if they want to come see you? Or is it just
well, that isn't. When I work with my group, that's private. That's closed. Yeah. Unfortunately, there's a lot of still people have fear, and you know what I mean. And so, and I have an oath that I protect those that I am in my spiritual family. However, I do readings for people. I do tarot card readings. I do pendulum readings. I do spirit connection readings, and also Reiki. Yeah.
So you consider yourself a medium too?
Yes.
You do? So when you say you walked into this place and you picked up on a vibe of some woman, do you see an actual picture, or you just pick up on a presence or feel the energy?
I feel the energy, and then once I tune into the energy, I can get like a vision in my mind's eye. Like I'm not seeing that spirit as clearly as I see you, but I see them clear enough. I can pick up on the color of the hair, what the face looks like, you know. And sometimes I get names. And yeah. And the other thing that I do is I'll do like house clearings.
Do you?
Yes, I've done a couple of those. Yes.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I should hook you up with my Agent Paranormal boys.
Hey.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, I've been working a little bit with the Central New York Ghost Hunters.
Oh, right. You did tell me that.
We just did. I mean, I've gone to a couple of their investigations, and I have to take some classes in order to be a part. They're looking for members, and I really enjoy working with them. We went to was it a month ago or so to Fort Ontario, which is way up north, and that place is alive. I mean, it was there since the 1700s, and we were going to each of the buildings, and I got EVP on my phone. Pretty alive. Interesting.
So there's an app for that on your phone?
No, you just use your voice recorder.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, and I actually used my music memos to record it.
And it was picking up.
It was picking it up. Oh yeah.
What key was it in?
I didn't notice. But what I heard was it was "Swear to God."
Wow.
I could play it for you. It's bizarre.
Wow.
It's like, whoa. And that was clear as anything, but you have to listen really close.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, interesting. And spirits like my cameras, too. So I take a picture. I mean, I went on a ghost hunt back in 2012, and I got a picture of a full-body apparition. I went to Providence, and at Brown University, one of the stops on the ghost hunt was at Brown University, and that's like one of the oldest universities in the country, and it was used as George Washington's headquarters during the Revolutionary War, and one of the buildings was used as a hospital. And so I'm with the group, and something just tells me to step away and take a picture. And I did. I could show you on my phone. A full body apparition looks like a soldier without a head. Wow. And you can see when you blow it up, you can see the texture of the fabric.
Wow.
It's bizarre. And I'm like, phew, good stuff.
Yeah. What do you think the biggest freak out you've ever had was?
The biggest freak out?
Like something that just really blew your mind. When it comes to, the paranormal or type of witchery that you do.
I don't think there's been anything that's really blown my mind.
No.
I think probably that picture was like, that was very surprising.
Yeah.
Very surprising. There's not a lot that, I don't frighten. I'm not afraid. As far as I'm concerned, spirits are just people in another dimension.
Copy that.
And, the main thing you should not fear, because anything that's negative just survives off that and likes that. That's what they survive on, negative energy. So if you're not afraid and you don't, you just stand up to anything that scares you, then that takes away their power.
Wow.
So I feel confident and I'm not concerned, but I do protection. I do protection work, and I have my higher power, my spiritual guidance and everything. So I don't take it for granted either.
Do you own like a spirit box or any kind of gadgets?
No. I don't. No, and I'm probably going to have to learn how to use that with the Central New York Ghost Hunters. I've downloaded an app before that has all of that on there. I'm like, I don't know what the hell I'm doing with this thing. Beep, 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 beep. I don't know. And it's really funny because even with that, I can pick up on spirits and I don't need that. You know what I mean? My daughter bought a Ouija board for me a couple Christmases ago, and I'm like, what did you do that for? I said, there's spirits standing here in line just laughing at you. Like, she doesn't need that. We're right here. It was kind of funny.
Do spirits line up to talk to you? Are you like a lighthouse for them?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. So I have to do a lot of protection around my house. Of course, I have to live down the street from a graveyard. So it's like, just like you don't want you don't want people coming off the street into your home, whenever they want to, it's like, I need to be able to have peace.
Yeah.
So
how do you set those boundaries?
I do magical work. Yep.
Is it draining? Like, does it make you exhausted after you're doing this magical work?
No,
No,
because I know how to replenish that energy. Yeah, it's grounding and centering, and just taking care of myself.
Yeah.
In all ways. It's not just energetically and magically. It's also eating right, being around positive people, not smoking, drinking excessively, you know what I mean? You have to keep your aura clean. So, yeah.
At what age and what moment did you pick up on that you had these powers? Or, these feelings?
Well, one of the things that I do is I'm able to pick up on people's emotions and empathic, okay? And I knew that I had that ability, but I didn't know what it was, probably from when I was a child. I didn't know what it was, and didn't find out really until I was about 13 or 14.
Oh, wow.
And what
it's
it
still
was.
pretty young.
Yeah. And it was good that I was able to connect with people that could give me the information, because I was thinking, there's something really wrong with you.
Yeah.
That you can pick up on other people's feelings and thoughts and emotions and everything. Yeah. So, yeah, I knew that early. So I've worked on myself and those abilities for a long time.
It's probably a lot of work.
Yes.
Daily?
Well, I have to ground and center, protect every day, but it's just like anybody else who believes in a higher power. You want to start your day right. You want to thank, have a thankful and grateful heart, send positive energies out, and at night when you go to bed, you say thank you for everything. And it's just making the connections and grounding and I think it's more like it's become a routine. It's a way of life for me.
Yeah.
The spirit's just a part of me. Just like my music is a part of me, my spirituality is a part of me. It all comes together. And just like my sobriety, that's also a part of me. It's not just one thing. All of it becomes a way of life.
So it's all intertwined with each other?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you bring a lot of the witch stuff into your music?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, the first song is Broom Closet, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Talk about that song.
Well, it's all about coming out of the broom closet.
The witch closet?
The witch closet. It's like, so where, I'm a single, well, I have a boyfriend now, but, I've been single off and on over the years. And, once I get to the point where I get to know somebody, I mean, not the first thing I'm going to say is, oh, by the way, I'm a witch. Yeah. Right? You don't do that. It's like not in your face. So
cast the spell on you.
Yeah, right.
Your penis might fall off. Sorry.
There might be a spell for that.
Be nice to me.
Put it on ice.
I love it.
That's actually, that is banishing. Yeah. Putting something on ice. But yeah, so that when I would get to the point where, getting ready to say, oh, and by the way, just, I hope you have an open mind. I'm a Wiccan high priestess, and then it's like, bye. That's happened.
Tootaloo.
It's happened where I've said, no, I'm very Christian and I'm a Catholic and I can't tolerate any of that, and I'm like, okay. So this is kind of like, listen, dude, I'm a witch. This is who I am. I'm a good person and everything. And that's what the song is about.
Yeah, showing your cards.
Yeah, putting it out there.
Yeah.
So it's a kick-ass song.
It's important to be transparent, though, right?
Oh, life, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
No reason to hide yourself.
Not at all.
Yep.
Not at all.
Or you will cast that spell.
Well, the witch's reed is just like the golden rule. You do unto others as you would have them do unto you.
Absolutely.
But the witch's reed is do what you will, but harm none. So even trying to manipulate someone's emotions or feelings is causing harm. Like doing a love spell, right? Making a love spell and casting it on somebody to try to make them love you, that's manipulating free will. And that's not right.
That's not good.
No, because karma comes back.
Yes, it does.
And you'll hear that in some of my other songs, karma's there for you. It's going to come back. I don't have to do a thing. I just sit back and you're like Morticia Adams. You ever seen her like this, right? I just sit back and watch it happen.
Observe.
Yes. Yep.
Man, I thought we were just going to talk rock and roll this whole time, but all of a sudden we find out all this other stuff about you, which makes this conversation 10 times more interesting for me.
Well, cool. I'm glad.
Bob said I would have a good time. He's, your lover. He's going.
He's awesome.
He is.
And there's something, this album took us, I would say, probably close to 2 years to make.
Yeah. Well, because of COVID or?
No. Well, we started, was it March of 2019 when COVID was really kicking up, ramping up big time, right? But I was still going to see him for my guitar lessons. And I said, now I don't have any more gigs. What? I don't know what to do. And he goes, you got a lot of good songs. You got a lot of songs that you've written. You got to make an album. Take this time to make an album. I'm like, okay, I'm good for it. Let's go. So we started, I think it was the next month. I would come and see him once a week. And I would bring my music. We'd work on one song. And when the weather got good, I would just come. I'd bring my guitar. We'd sit on his front porch and we'd work on the song for like 2-3 hours maybe, just hang out. And I had the summer off, so, we spent a lot of time doing that. And it was great. It was great. And so we would record it on my phone, right? And then when we got all done with the whole process, that continued on. And then it was December of 2020, I think. Yeah, that we started recording. So, so he said, just send me all the MP3s, whatever the music you have on your phone, send it to me. And then he started recording, engineering all the instruments. And then when he got it to the point where it was ready for me to do the vocals, I would come in and record.
Wow.
Yeah.
He did a lot of work for you.
He did. He did. He's amazing.
Man, that Bob.
Oh, I'm telling you. And it's like this intuitive connection for the music. It's like he knew when I would work on it with him, we'd work on it together. He knew. He goes, I know what to put right there. That would be great. That would be fantastic. And he'd play it out for me. And I go, that's it. That's perfect. That's exactly what I'm thinking. And then when I would hear his tracks, it was even better. And he plays with so much emotion. He's like me. The music comes from your heart. It comes from your soul. It's part of you. Mm-hmm. And if you listen to Baby Mine, okay, he loves my daughter, Kayla Conroy. She's a great kid. And also my daughter, Christina. I wrote that song, Baby Mine, for my daughters. And he cares so much for people. You can hear it in his music. When he plays and he lays down that solo, oh my God, it's soaring. And it just brings tears to my eyes. Another song I wrote, so there's a lot of me on this album. And I originally wanted to do a rock album because how many female rock artists are there around this area? The Mohawk Valley, or even upstate New York. There's not a lot of us. There really isn't that you hear about. And I love rock music. I love blues, but I love rock music. And I'm like, if I'm going to do an album, I'm going to do, my theme is rock music, and that's what I'm doing. But as we went along, I found different experiences happened to me where the music flowed. And Bob was able to help me to turn it into rock ballads, okay?
It's his forte.
So it just stayed in the same rock genre, but it was just a little bit different. Mm-hmm. So when you hear the song Queen, it's Queen of the Horses. It's about my horse that died. I'm very close to my animals. They're like part of my family. And when she passed away, I wrote a song for her. And when I hear it, every time I hear it, and you can hear in the bridge part, I mean, I can't sing that song without having tears, you know, without feeling it in my throat. You get that tight feeling. It's like, no, I don't want to cry. I don't want to cry. And he played this solo that is just like, I don't even know how to describe it. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. And I cry, you know, but it's not just because of sadness. It's more like tears of joy.
Yeah.
Because that music.
Because this is your baby.
And it lifts you up. Yeah. The music pulls you from whenever you're feeling bad. It lifts you up and it gives you joy. Yep. And that's what my music does for me. And in every song, it's almost like I put that intention in my music that I hope that people, when they listen to it, then they can feel that joy and they can feel that excitement and they can listen to my voice and hear my passion for the music, and they can listen to Bob's guitar solos and all the instruments he plays and feel the passion that he feels for how much the music is a part of him. It's amazing. So this is a dream come true for me.
How cool is that?
Yeah, and you know, I'm hoping that maybe I'll be able to get a band together so I can play some of my original music, because playing covers is cool, but when you can play your own music, that's the shit.
Absolutely.
Right.
We do have a bunch of musicians watching right now, and shout out to the boys from Motorlord. What up, guys? Hi to Joanne. Hi to John Caprero. Thank you guys for all checking in on Facebook. If you are watching us on Facebook, if you could do us a favor and click the share button, help spread the word of Jackie, what she's doing. If there are musicians in the house watching you and maybe are interested in jamming with you, how do they get in touch with you?
Just shoot me a message on Facebook.
Yeah, and how do they find you on Facebook?
There's my page. Jackie. I have a new music page open up for that, and also Jacqueline Marsh, which is my other page.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And they can find you on an open mic night here and there too for the Blues Society with down over at Piggy Pat's.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I'm super excited for you. We got to get you some gigs here in Utica.
I would love it.
Yeah, we got to make it happen.
I would love it.
And we got to find you a band.
Yep. Sounds good to me.
We got to bring Bob out of retirement.
Oh, you know, he was hinting. He was saying, we might have a CD release party, but I'm not sure.
Bring him out of retirement.
That would be awesome, wouldn't it?
He's checking in right now. It says people really need to hear the CD. It is. It's kick-ass. And it's cool how you intertwine your whole life with this. You know, you've put everything you have into this, your whole life. It's like this is your whole life right here in this blue disc.
That's right. That's right.
If people want to hear it on a digital platform, it's available online as well, right?
Yeah, it's on Spotify now. It's all on iTunes as well.
Yeah.
And we had a little bit of delay in getting it up there, but you can find it on both those platforms.
Yeah, it takes a minute.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, because they have to go through and make sure everything's copacetic or whatever.
Plus, it's your first.
Yes.
So usually once you got a couple under your belt, it's easier to go through the process. So they're probably really going through it with a fine-tooth comb.
Right. And I'm up on Reverb Nation too, but I'm trying to figure out how to get my other music up there.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, it's great.
And you do have some gigs coming up.
Yes.
Plug those again.
Well, I have a private party with a Double Knot Duo. That's going to be on the 17th. That's at the Waterfront Grill. Yep. You might be able to sneak in. I don't know. It's a bunch of lawyers. and then I think it's the Park. Is it the Park Inn? I'm not sure. It's in Richfield Springs on the 18th of December. Just Google bars in Richfield Springs, and we're going to be right on that main street. I think it's the Park Inn. That's what I think it is, and that's from like 8 to 11. You know, the gigs where you play from 10 to 2, they just don't happen anymore.
They don't happen anymore.
Thank the goddess.
They don't.
Yeah.
It's gone.
Yeah.
I was talking about it with a friend of mine just yesterday. gigs start at 7 o'clock. They're done by 11.
Yeah. Yeah, this private party on the 17th is supposed to go from 6 to 9.
Yeah.
So,
Back in the day, you'd start at 11.
Yeah, right?
The headliner would go on at like midnight.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's shifted a lot. COVID did ruin a lot of shit.
Yeah, it did.
But that could be a cool thing, too. I like the early shift change. I'm getting older now. I don't want to be out till 2 a.m. anymore.
Yeah,
Do you?
me too. No, thank you.
Are you a night owl?
No, well, it depends if it's on a weekend. Yeah,
hooting and
a little
hollering.
bit. Yeah, but it's that witching hour. And if you got a full moon out there, I'm out there.
You out there dancing?
Yeah, I got some good news. I just found out I'm in a belly dance group too.
Oh yeah.
At the Adi Shakti Tribal Fusion belly dance. An amazing group of ladies.
Where's that based out of?
It's based out of Oneida, actually. Yes. And we have been on hiatus because of COVID, because Beth Yazell, who is our troop leader, has got a rare illness, blood condition. So she couldn't be around people that, were unvaccinated and everything. And it looks like she may be getting the go-ahead that we may be able to gather and shake what our mom has made us. So hopefully we'll be able to get out there and do some festivals or something coming up like in the spring. But so yeah, that's another part of me. That's something else that I do.
You wear a lot of hats.
I do. And a lot of belly dance skirts too.
Yeah. Do you incorporate the belly dance with some of your rock and roll? You could be on to something new here.
That's something I hadn't thought about.
You could be on something new here.
Maybe a tune. Maybe the next tune will have some kind of
belly dancers out there while you're rocking.
Yeah. That's a really good on that.
It could be like a new burlesque type of thing. With belly dancers, rock and roll.
Yeah.
A little art going on at once.
That's right.
Casting spells.
Yeah, shaking what your mama made you.
Can you cast a money spell on me?
Well, you know what? I wouldn't cast a spell.
Or however you do it.
I would do it on your
send
behalf.
Positive energy towards me.
You got it.
Can we do that?
Green energy flowing your way.
Bring it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Did you pick up on some stuff in here, though? Like, other than that older woman? You did pick up on an older woman in here earlier, right?
Yep.
Is she still here?
Yes.
Okay. Is it my grandmother?
She's got short, curly hair. Gray.
What's her name?
So I'm not always good with the names.
Okay.
But I'm getting... The first letter I got was an E.
E? Okay. Yeah, it might be the woman from upstairs who used to live upstairs. I can't remember her name now. Is it Elizabeth?
Okay. That's
Maybe,
what I'd gotten was an Elizabeth.
Yeah?
Yeah, I thought I heard an Elizabeth. I don't like to come out and say the names so much because they're not always clear to me. But... yeah, I see her like in a house dress.
Yeah, like a moo-moo?
Kind of thing. Yes.
An Italian type of woman.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh, she's doing this. You need to eat better. That's what she's saying.
She's right, though.
You're not eating good.
I haven't. I've been off the diet a little bit. I've been eating like a slob.
Are you having issues with your stomach?
No. Maybe because I drink too much coffee.
Okay, all right. She's saying you need to eat better.
I do. She's right.
Yep. Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I love when mediums come in here. I really take full advantage of it. I mean, not take full advantage of it, but I'm into that stuff. And like the other world and next dimensions. And
pick up another man? Is there a man in here?
Next door, yeah. It's our house DJ.
No, but I mean like a spirit.
No. It's always been an older Italian woman.
Okay. Well, she's clear as anything, but I also get that there's a male energy that comes in the back way. Is there a back door or a back part of this?
Yeah, there's another apartment beyond that wall. My buddy lives there.
Okay. Just ask him if he ever smells cigarette smoke.
Yeah, that's him. He smokes.
Oh, okay. But the spirit also
The spirit smokes too?
is drawn to that.
Gotcha.
So if he ever notices, he likes to hang out with him.
Does he?
I don't know if he ever feels like a coldness around his, behind him or whatever.
We'll have to ask him.
Yeah.
Pound on that wall. Tell him to come over here.
I think he's afraid of her. This is her domain. champagne.
Oh yeah, yeah. You don't mess with an Italian.
Not
woman.
with this. Not when she puts her finger out.
No, that's it. Oh, I know. Let her know we're cool, right? Does she know we're cool?
Oh yeah,
all right.
yeah. She thinks even like a son, so you know,
Oh,
or
nice.
grandson or whatever.
Maybe,
you know,
yeah.
family.
It's not like my grandmother. My grandmother wasn't Elizabeth though.
I don't think she's. No, I think it's not a relation to you.
Just someone here.
Yeah, someone here. She kind of caretakes the place.
Oh, thank you.
This is her place.
I got it. Yeah, she was here many years.
She's like, oh, how nice. She's showing you a plate of meatballs. That's a good thing.
She's telling me I got to eat better. But
Yeah, but her meatballs are good food.
Oh, all right.
Says. Yeah.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Awesome conversation today, Jackie. Thank you so much for coming in. Let's do this again.
All right.
Please use the platform anytime you want. You have a CD coming out, which you obviously do, but if you got gigs coming up or anything happening, please keep in touch.
I will for sure.
Let
Thank
me know
you
what
so
you're going
much.
on. Bob, I'll give you a shout out. Bob saying appreciate that this show exists. People really need to embrace the original music scene out there. Yes.
Yes.
And that's what I do here at Disruption Network. I like to
we appreciate it.
Showcase the local musicians. You know, I've been in the scene forever.
Yeah.
You know, and all my friends are the musicians, and so you got to show love from Albany to Syracuse, and
that's right.
It's what we do. You know, it's a tight knit community. I want to make it supportive of one another.
Right.
That's how we roll.
Exactly.
That's how we
support each other.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Jackie, thank you so much.
Thank you, Z. It was so nice talking with you, meeting you.
We got to do this again. You're awesome,
you got
too.
it. You got it. It's fun.
My sponsors are awesome as well. So shout out to EJA Moving Services, Joey's at 307, Utica Coffee, my attorney, Dave Longaretta. Shamanic Brewery, Under Too Long is a book by Billy the Liquor Guy. Check that out. It's an amazing book. And also shout out to Ballsy, ballwash.com. Use promo code members only for a 15% discount. Hygiene for your groin area, Jackie.
I'll let you use that.
Us men need it. Us men need it.
Yeah.
On tomorrow's show, my buddy Max Sheldon coming on. He's got a CD release party. Are you familiar with Max Sheldon, Jackie?
I have heard about him.
Oh,
yes.
yeah. He can use some work. I'm sure he can use some spiritual work.
Oh, yeah?
Maybe you should come back tomorrow and show him the way.
Well, you let me know.
Yeah. He can use some positive energy.
Okay.
Actually, he has a CD coming out. He did a CD of all covers, and he's having a CD release party.
Oh, cool. Good for
next
him.
Friday on Black Friday.
Awesome.
So it's going to be down over at Lucan's, and he's got a bunch of the local musicians coming up to play with him. So
very cool.
That's going to be a great time. But Max Sheldon will be in the house. Should be an interesting one. Jackie, thanks again.
Thank you.
Great to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
If you're on Facebook, share this. Later.